Hello, hello, hello. All right, so we're going to start off with watching a little bit of this just to wet your whistle while some of you guys join the live stream here. Oh, and there's my kitty making noise. What's going on, Pumpkin? What's happening? He was on the balcony. Okay, here we go.
So I sent this out to part of my email list yesterday because I think it's important. These are all law enforcement and some of the media that I've been sending to. So I'm not. Neil Gross is my sheriff. The one below him is my 911 department. And then the rest of them are all media outlets and people connected to the media outlets. And I'm doing this because I find it interesting that this was reported last September. The FBI arrested someone and it led to global satanic.
Hey, hold on. We have a couple of airplanes going by. Just gonna give it a second. And I've got the balcony open, so it's noisy here for a second. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can. There might be another one that comes by because usually there's one that went by just a moment ago, and then usually it goes like in 2s and 3s when they fly by over here. Okay, let's continue.
Called. The important part about it is how none of this, it happened in New York, in America, and yet our mainstream news has never reported this FBI bust.
Well, I mean, I just want to say something about him saying that the mainstream news never reported about it. Well, The Guardian is somewhat considered mainstream news. I mean, it's alt-right, news, but it's still a mainstream publication. It's not like us on our YouTube channels, all right? So he's a little bit incorrect about what he's saying here.
That has to deal with kids. This September. But it's never been reported on mainstream news. Ever. Never. So this group of media, and there's more. I'm just putting out the first group today. These people can't find out about something that the Guardian...
So he's emailed all these people here, right? He's emailed all these people about how they're not covering the story that was in a alternative or an alt-right mainstream publication. You think, I mean, you don't think these publications know the Guardian?
Being reported on in September? But maybe that's because everyone who has tried to expose this, and I mean everyone, is no longer here. They just drop over. The only ones left are the group that have been supposedly fighting for years against each other. But now...
Okay, first of all, the group that's fighting against each other for years, I don't know if he wants to put me in that, but I'm fairly new to a lot of the players or the people that are now involved in this. I don't know. I didn't mean to call him a player, but Phoenix Enigma, I think maybe I've been talking to him for a little over, maybe since 2022. And that happened over the incident with about Isaac Cappy, actually. That happened because Kate Schneider went into Sewertown to defend me, basically when I had stupidly had Denise on my show. That was a mistake. But she wanted to tell them that I wasn't a part of anything because we did know each other through, we were both on the panel of Truth Seekers. and I met her, and I had a conversation with her about Isaac before. Because like little does David know that I've been around for a long time and actually, have spoken out against some of the same things that he talks about. I don't think he realizes that I have, spoken out, trying to investigate what is happening here, right? A lot of, but to my surmise, unfortunately, in this particular media, which is not the mainstream media. And when I say mainstream media, I talk about some of the channels that opened up in 2017. I mean, let's talk about Crowdsource the Truth. That was not mainstream media. That was here on the internet. You had American Freedom Radio, you had Revolution Radio, you had all these different networks that called themselves the Truth Media. But in the end, they really didn't tell the truth. They exploited things. I don't know what was going on. Either they're part of provocateurs, the whole time spreading misinformation, or they just got really hungry and greedy and decided to, like, you know what? If I lie about something, I'm going to get notoriety because there's a big bandwagon going on, right? So, yeah. But is there truth to the topic about, children? Absolutely. But it's not coming from this person. That's what I think. It's not coming from him because I know he's lying about me. And this whole thing about us going after each other, the only people that are imploding on each other is him and Thomas and Denise, right? They're the only people all squealing all over each other.
Are singularly focused on me. Both sides.
Both sides. Who are the both sides? You know what? You know why I'm focused on you? I'll let you know why I'm focused on you, David, because you've been lying about me. You've been lying about me on your channel. And I will speak out against it. I will not be silent against your claims. You can bet on that. That's why I'm here right now speaking out on my channel.
Sides want to shut me up. Phoenix Enigma, Thomas, the crazy lady with the weird hair.
The crazy lady with the weird hair. All right. Let's take a look at my weird hair. Just for fun. I guess maybe this is what he is talking about. Wow, I've got 15 people here already. Yeah, this is what he's talking about. Yeah, that hair? Are you talking about that hair, David? The Last Comic Standing, when I was on Last Comic Standing, this photo is by NBCCU Photo Bank via Getty Images. Yeah, did you know I was on Last Comic Standing, David? That I have been in the public eye for a really long time. That I've had, radio shows. I've built up my own reputation in my life, and I do not appreciate you defaming it with a bunch of lies. Not going to happen. Yeah, that's my hair. That's my hair on the show because I'm a comedian, David. Yeah, maybe you should be doing a little bit more research on who you're deciding that you want to talk crap about on your YouTube channel, who you want to lie about on your YouTube channel. I don't know, David, do you have anything on Getty Images that is worth $499 that they're selling about your image? I don't think so. Because you're just a loser grifter in Ohio making up lies about people. Because that's what's going on with you. Okay? I've literally had it with this person. Since I've got 15 people here on. It was like a punk rock hairstyle, Charles. That looks like a punk rock hairstyle. I thought I was goth, actually. You know, I was wearing Hot Topic clothes back then. And, well, actually, I bought a top from Hot Topic just recently. So I haven't really, I guess I haven't really grown up yet. So what are your thoughts about Sam Tripoli? Sam Tripoli, interesting. That's the guy that that's a comedian that is always on Jay Dyer, right? I think he's funny. There was one time, I think I might have met him like really briefly. I was at the Comedy Store in San Diego, and he was performing. He's pretty brilliant, really. Very smart. But lately, I've only seen him on Jay Dyer a few times. I haven't seen him live for a really long time. And in terms of the things that he says, I don't know if I have like an opinion about that. I used to like Jay Dyer, but I don't know right now. I've kind of backed off of watching him. So, anyway. Oh, thank you. Like it? Yeah, you like the hair? Yeah, it was okay. How I came up with that hairstyle has a story to it. I guess maybe I'll share it for a second. When I first started out in comedy, you know, I started in an era where a lot of the women that performed didn't wear makeup. They were more androgynous. You know, like you had Ellen, Paula Poundstone, and I even had some comedians tell me that when I was starting out, like, you should not wear any makeup. You should like not do blank, blank, blank. And I said, but I wear makeup. Like, I don't even go to the grocery store without lipstick on. Okay, I've kind of loosened up since then, but I'm a person that, you know, when I'm gonna be in public, like, makeup is like part of your outfit. It's like you're not fully dressed unless you have makeup on, right? It's kind of, I guess maybe I'm old school that way. So I had difficulty because when I was younger, I was attractive. You know, and there's a fine line between being good looking. I know it's going to sound conceited, being good looking and being funny. Okay. Especially when you're a woman, because in the realm of getting people to listen to your words, you don't want to be too sexy looking, maybe, you know, to where like maybe women don't like you or the men are not listening to what you're saying and more about what you're talking about. And this happens to women. So I experimented with my my look or my persona, and for a long time I kind of did sort of the Janine Garofalo look. My hair was dark. I didn't start bleaching my hair until I was about 35. And you can still see that my eyebrows are really dark. So my hair was really dark. I had kind of a Beetlejuice kind of look. So I had the Doc Martens and, you know, this kind of grunge. It was during the 90s. So I said this kind of grunge sort of Empire line baby doll dresses with, you know, these Doc Martens. And when I was in my, you know, early 30s and late 20s, I looked really young. Like when I did extra work, there was a show with a comedian named Stephanie Hodges, which was called Nurses. And I oftentimes was a regular candy striper on that show. Like you know, I was 32, but I was so youthful that I could easily put on the candy stripe outfit and look like I was, you know, still a teenager if you dress me that way, right? So I did that. I used to have this high sort of voice, and you know, I played comedically that way for a while. And then as I matured into my stand-up and I was going through my life, my own life experiences, I was hanging out at a goth club in Los Angeles called Club Perversion. I know I'm going to get something for this, but I was really fascinated. I worked on I know I'm chatting away here, but I worked on a film as an extra called Strange Days. It has Angela Bassett in it and Ralph Fiennes in it. It's a very futuristic sci-fi movie. And a lot of the extras, we did some filming like at the Mayan Theater, and also streets in Los Angeles were blocked off. They were like, I think I did like 2.5 weeks of night shoots on that particular show. And a lot of people at that time were had mohawks and piercings and all of that, the tattoo kind of look that's really mainstream now, was happening then. And I was fascinated by that culture of people. And so I got invited to go to this club, and I would kind of dress like them. The whole thing about wanting, if you want to fit into a group of people, you dress like them and look like you fit in it with them. Did I like wear my hair like this when I wasn't on stage and performing? No, I didn't always wear my hair like that, right? But when I did do my hair like this, and I used to wear these wild pants, and I'd wear these big, huge industrial shoes, and I'd come on stage with a little lunch pail, and it fit my whole persona. And then I had jokes about the hair. And this look gave me sort of like, it put me into a more of an aggressive stance. Like it automatically got the audience to look at you. And it gave me an edge that really worked for me in my stand-up act. Because probably even like David Shurter knows this, having a look, being able to have a cartoon drawn out of you, really. This is what a manager told me. You want to have people remember what you looked like. There's an imprint or an image like Carrot Top or Whoopi Goldberg with the dreads and the glasses. There's this thing that you like if you're shooting for big breaking out and getting like Last Comic Standing or something like that, you want to have something unique that defines you. And the one thing that I knew that this look was working for me in terms of my stand-up, like I figured out the combination, was there was a guy that worked at the Ice House Comedy Club in Pasadena, and one time I went to go get some gas, and I was filling my car up, and I saw him in the when you go pay and everything like that, and I was like, hey, Ellen, how are you? And he's like, oh, good to see you, blah blah blah. And I heard later on that, because he told a friend of mine who was the sound guy at the Ice House, he goes, yeah, Alan, he goes, he saw you at the the gas station, and he goes, he was so like just blown away by the way you looked and how beautiful you were, or he thought you were, that he literally drove off with the gas pump still in his car. And it was a big ordeal. And I was like, oh my God. And it was at that point that I knew that I'd found the right look. That was my gauge. I go, like, if a guy looked at me dressed like this with my hair like this and he drove off with the gas pump still in his car, I might have found the correct combination. So yeah, that is my hair story, and in my last comic, a little bit of my comedy story. You love it? Yeah. The thing of it is that, it's kind of a youth hairstyle. It's like, it's not something that you can be like in your 60s walking around in, really. Somebody shared SD Kelly video, and I laughed. Really? I remembered Phoenix went in on his show right after the mind map. Did he really? Are you talking about Jay Dyer or Stephen D. Kelly? Splay's Town. Splay's Town says Tripoli knows a lot about all of this, but he does not talk about any of it on his show. Well, you know what? There's probably a reason for that. Because, talking about this, maybe he wants to keep it separate. Pootie Twang is here. Hi. Terry Joyce, did you see the process connection video I tagged you in? No, I didn't. Where can I? Is it on your channel? Can you type your exact channel name? I'll go look for it right now. So anyway, I kind of was wondering, like, there's something, like, I'm just, okay, should we finish David's video for a second? I think maybe we should go ahead and finish it while Pootie Twang, if you can put that in my chat. Oh, you tagged me in it. Let me see. When did you tag me? How did I not? I'm going to my channel right now to see if I can see a tag. I got my notifications. I don't see it yet. When did you do it? I think I know where you're at. Let me see if I can, if like Pootie, what is it? Pootie Twang. Okay. Hold on. Oh, there you are. Okay, I see your channel. Oh, you got a lot up here on him. Okay, which one is it? David Shurter and the Satanic Flute Skin. That was 2 hours ago. Tip through the tulips with Pootie. Okay, tell me which one it is. Airport nearby. Oh, so you did hear that? Yeah, I mean, it's not really nearby, but it flies over this flight path. Like, I wouldn't say that I live near the airport, but certain hours of the day, like, planes will go by. The Process. It's called The Process. Okay. Let me see. Maybe it's not your own material. Anyway, I'll wait for you to say something before I keep looking for it. Wow. I'm still looking at his channel. I guess I should be sharing what I'm sharing. I guess I should be showing you what I'm looking at, not just like making noises. Sorry. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe I will. Do you mind? The video is called Shurter, A Process Connection. David Shurter. All right, hold on. Let me find it. David Shurter. A Process Connection. Oh, found it. Okay, let's look at it. Do you mind if I share it? By the way, I guess I should put my banner out. Everything is fair use here. I mean, this is just, we're just educating the public. Have I ever talked to Grok about this? No, not yet. Splaistown. I don't have Grok. I hear about it though. Have you talked to Grok about it? Okay, thank you, Putty Twang. You can share any of my material that you wish. Okay, so let's look at it. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, a process connection. Here we go. Let me see.
On the other side, we have a father. We also have a mother. Jesus Christ is there. On the other side, he's my older brother, my actual older brother. But we couldn't be more different because he's all about redemption and forgiveness. But I'm more of a mama's boy. The reason why they fight against women so much is because the real, true power resides in the dark feminine. When you consider that's where life is created, women have the most power.
Okay, interesting. That's a belief with some people, but think what you want, really. Oh, here we go. Another airplane. It probably would help if I had my door shut, but I don't, because I like to let my cat enjoy the balcony as much as I can. And right now he's out there enjoying like the sun and the birds and everything. So, there's always a compromise, right? Oh, you've done Grok. Do you want to share some things that have you looked up David Shurter and Grok? Just out of curiosity. Are those military jets? You know what? That's a good question. I don't think so. I'm not near a military. I'm not super close to a military base, but it wouldn't be. I guess one of the closest military bases to me, but still quite a few miles, would be Edwards Air Force Base. Does that sound correct? That's that, but I don't think that they fly over this path. Because I live in Fresno, so it's still like 45 minutes. I've wondered if they were military jets, and it seems like I've just noticed them like recently being really loud and flying over, but I've went and looked, and it's so far I've only seen commercial airlines. Yeah. But it kind of, there's that anxiety because everything's so on the edge right now that, when you hear like planes like that, or you hear a loud noise, you're like, oh my God, is it military? Like, what's going on? I've had like a few moments where it just felt like the planes were close, and it's like, I'm like, oh, did something happen right now? Okay. Splaistown says not David, but others. It's aware of some of this already. Oh, it is. Interesting. Well, here's something okay, so let's continue with David's video. Let's let him finish out here. See where he goes with this. The crazy lady with the weird hair. Okay. At least I have hair now. It's not a wig.
All on opposition sides, and that's just 3, but every single one of them. And yet, I can't find any evidence at all.
That's just 3. Like, where is he going? Like, he's going back and forth to this article not being, said, and then the 3 of us, coming after him. Like how do we correlate to this article? But it seems like he tries to, like, in the viewer, like whoever he's presenting his material, he frames the severity of apparently this article not getting picked up by mainstream media, but the Guardian is considered mainstream. And it's not the New York Times, because the New York Times is not affiliated really to any political party. It shouldn't be, right? It's not, like, that's a publication that's supposed to be show both sides of a story, or be, when they report the news, they're not supposed to be biased, right? Now the Guardian comes from a very specific perspective, being far right wing, maybe Christian, right? And I'm not saying like that's a bad thing, but they're catering, or they're writing articles for that demographic, but it's still considered mainstream. It's not just, a blog site, like, I don't even think, like, I've noticed this channel Redacted on YouTube. That's not mainstream. Really. I mean, I don't know if they have like a major publication, but there's news, and then there's also nonprofit news, right? But still, nonprofit news can be, considered, a legitimate source of information. It's mainstream.
At all that any of them ever spoke about this. Any of them.
Okay, and he says evidence at all that any of them ever spoke about this. Any of them. Are you talking about this specific article? Because I didn't know about this until he told me. So until he's done this video, like, I didn't know about this article or anything until he mentioned it. But are you talking about like the topic of what he's talking about, which, again, I've already lost a YouTube channel over this. All right. So, or not just over this, but talking about things that aren't on YouTube's guidelines. If you go to my Rumble channel, you'll see me talking about stuff like this, David. So, and in the past, when I was on American Freedom Radio and Revolution Radio, I was talking about stuff like this. So, and caring about it, and as I care about it now, but I'm not going to like do what you do on my YouTube channel, because I'm not going to get away with it. I don't know why he's even getting away with it. I don't even see how David is allowed to have a YouTube channel at all, or that he should even be on TikTok, considering the conspiracies and the lies that he comes up with about innocent people like myself. So you know what, David? I hope you're watching, because I'd like you to take me out of your narrative. I don't belong there. I'm not guilty of anything that you are sitting here and barking on your YouTube channel. And yeah, if you're listening to this, I am talking to you specifically.
They're all fighting about Isaac Cappy, and this is the crap that Isaac Cappy was trying to explain.
Who's fighting over Isaac Cappy? I'm not fighting over Isaac Cappy. Do I think is his death suspicious? Absolutely, I think so. But you know what? There's no real evidence of who did what to him, other than the fact that, let's admit it too, I mean, this is kind of interesting, but Schellenberger was still in communication with Isaac, I believe, up until his death. I mean, according to Gabe Hoffman, in one of his videos, he says that, Isaac was handled by Thomas Schellenberger. But, this guy, because he's taken donations from Thomas Schoenberger and doing Thomas Schoenberger's talking points this whole time, and the Dregs of YouTube 2 talking points this whole time, the whole grift, all the talking points of the grift has come out of David Shurter's mouth. There's nothing original that he's saying about any of us that isn't a Thomas Schoenberger talking point.
Suppose. But neither side has dealt with any of this ever. Who has the power to make news stories never hit the media? The government. What is Thomas involved with? The government.
Okay, how is Thomas involved in the government? I'm curious as to that. And you know what? The government, I mean, yeah, I think, there are some news stories that don't get picked up by the mainstream media for various reasons. One is, the legitimacy and the fact checking of the story. There are some publications that are more into sensationalism than it's yellow journalism. So not every publication will do a story. Has a story been oppressed in the media? Absolutely. Right before the election, people got, stopped from sharing information from the New York Post about Hunter Biden's laptop. These things shouldn't be allowed because, journalism is really the fourth branch of our government. It is the watchdog to keep our government in check. Has it been compromised? Absolutely. So there is a fact in what he's saying, but in the end, we do fight for our right to, look what's happening with Julian Assange right now. He's getting ready to go to trial. Or that, so there is, and always has been, a fight for our rights to have our freedom of speech. But he is narrowing it down to only his plight. He's using that to make a point that I just think is not really relevant here.
What is Sawyer connected with? The government. Sawyer took in all this money to help kids. Has anyone asked him what he did with that money? How many kids he helped?
How about you, David? That's a question we should be asking you. What have you really done? Where's the result of your, saving children? Where is it? Right? What have you done with your money? Bought more peanut butter for your dogs? What have you done with your money that Thomas Schoenberger gave you? Buy weed? What did you do with it? Pay a light bill? What? What do you do with your money? Why you tell your audience that you're going to be writing another book and you need money for it? You don't need money for it. You got a laptop, you got a computer. Start writing, David. It's real simple. Got Grammarly downloaded? How much money do you need to start writing on a piece of paper with a pencil if you have to?
And yet they're all after me. I figure because I was getting texts last night.
And yet we're all after you. You know why people are talking about you? Because you're sitting on your YouTube channel and your TikTok channel and you're lying about them and you're defaming them and you're potentially ruining their public reputation. That's why we're talking out against you, David.
Directed energy weapons.
Oh, here we go with the directed energy weapons.
But they didn't, obviously.
And they were going to take me down last night. What, really? How do you prove directed energy weapons other than, the little boy crying wolf on his YouTube channel? Or let's not say the little boy, the old man in a man bun.
Still fighting. and I'm not going to stop. I'm going to drop over dead, but I'll still be fighting this to the very last breath because it's the right thing to do. But you have to ask yourself, all these people who were supposedly after each other all these years.
We're not
after
Happy. Each other. All right. I like I'm not after, I have a problem with Thomas Schellenberger and what you're doing and what Dregs of YouTube is doing and what Titus Frost has been doing. Okay. And Denise Matau and a various other group of people that are, part of it. Right. But the people that you're talking about, like Phoenix Enigma and myself and Daniel Dowd, and maybe you throw in Sewer Town in there, we're not arguing, we're not imploding on each other, but gosh, you sure are. Denise sure is. Trying to explain your donations, trying to explain Thomas Schellenberger's innocent or guilt in it. Denise wavers back and forth. Her head spins around, trying to re-speak some word salad, trying to cover up for everything that you guys are doing. No, you guys are being exposed as being phony. This is your time of revelation.
Are now, as an entire group, both sides are completely connected to me. Not one of them.
I'd like to not have any connection to you, David. I wish I didn't even ever know you, or that you even opened your mouth on your channel about me with your lies. David, I am basically doing this video to ask you to cease and desist.
Or the satanic after-school daycares that are showing up.
Yeah, you know what? Talked about it already. Talked about it on Revolution Radio. Old news right now. You have no idea who you're talking about or what I've done. You have no idea, do you, David?
All over the country. They don't want to deal with any of that. They'll never mention that. But they'll bring up anything they can to discredit me. Just like they've done.
No, we'll sit here and defend ourselves against you discrediting us. You're discrediting me, David, not the other way around. Get it? You know it. You know you're a liar. You know you bear false witness. That's one of the 10 Commandments. And let you sit around and you point your God spot like you have some power to punish people when you're a fucking sinner yourself.
Others before they perished. Because everyone who stands against this perishes.
Yeah, I don't stand against the topic. I stand against you lying about it and falsely accusing me of being guilty of it. That's what I stand against. That's what I stand against. Let's be real specific here again. I am standing against you lying that I am guilty of it. That's my problem with you, David.
Nothing compared to the kids. I mean, in Ohio alone, there's 1,000 kids missing.
How bad is it when you accuse innocent people to derail people off of the real people that are guilty of it? Because that's what this grifter's doing.
Sheriff knows. I showed you the email. He knows. My 911 people know. People in town know. And they do nothing. I get attacked all the time. They break into my house all the time. This is the last couple times is not the first couple times.
He's always talking about people. I don't even believe him. I just think that he goes, oh, he knows his talking points. I have directed energy weapons. My house was being broken into. They murdered my friend. They murdered so-and-so. It's like, it's repetitive. It's like, oh well, I need money today. Well, maybe I should do a video about people like dogs eating my peanut butter so I can get donations and look like a victim. Right? Come on. You can't do one of those doorbells that has a video on it so you can watch people coming into your house. Can't get a donation for that so that you can see people coming into your house. It's real easy to solve the problem. Everything about changing your locks, David, or shutting the windows.
Times. When I lived in Erling, they kicked the crap out of one of my most loving dogs. It took me 2 months to get her calmed down to even be able to come downstairs. That's the crap that
Why don't you film that so that we can have proof of something like that, other than you flapping your mouth about how your dogs have been abused by strangers? It's the same thing. You're just saying stuff to people as if we're supposed to look at you as a legitimate source of information. Look at your face right now. Do you want to believe that? Do you want to believe him? No, he doesn't look legitimate at all to me. He can try to put a bow tie on and slick himself up and shave his beard or whatever, but he still looks like a crazy grifting liar to me.
It happens. And people just sit by and watch. Entertained. And
who's entertained?
Maybe a bit amused.
I'm not amused.
Because we have reached a point now where evil is good and
Who's
good
we?
is evil. The group that's surrounding Isaac, most of them, including Thomas, are criminals.
All right, I'm not a criminal. I've never been arrested. I have a clean background. I've been fingerprinted. I have jobs. I worked for the Census Bureau for a couple of years. The job I have right now, I can't have a record. I went and had my fingers printed at the college police department, David. I have no record. I'm an innocent woman. Do not lump me into your trash talk.
Convicted criminals.
Oh!
But they'll come after me and everybody just feeds it up. Something that happened when I was 13 having a psychotic break.
I thought it was 10 or 12. Now it's 13. Now you're a tween doing this? Did you get juvenile detention for it? Now they're criticizing me when I had a psychotic break. No, you know what? I'm criticizing you for not having any type of remorse for it when you tell the story. That's what I'm criticizing you for.
Used against me. The $100 or so that Thomas sent me through PayPal in a 3-week period, even though he has no evidence of me ever.
It didn't matter if it was how much money it was, David. Look at that face. Look at that. Oh, he's trying to be angry. He's angry. He's angry for being caught for that. He's angry that he's been caught of taking Thomas Schoenberger's money. Angry. He's indignant about it.
Asking him directly for money. Because I never.
Doesn't matter if you asked him directly for money. Doesn't matter if you asked that white supremacist group that was trying to give you money that you returned, that you accepted originally. Doesn't matter. It's money that you took and then you lied about me afterwards. Okay? That's a fact. That can be traced. Doesn't matter how much it was. Doesn't matter what the reason was. It's the fact that you took it. It means you care about money more than you care about the truth or defaming people. That's what it means. It means you have a price on your mouth. It means you have a price on your mouth that you'll say things for people that give you money. That's what that means, David. Doesn't matter if it came through PayPal, Venmo. Doesn't matter. You took money from a 2-time convicted felon And then you lied about me. Me, I'm talking about me, David.
Ever have. And yet it's all crazy. And so there is a concerted effort, obviously. Why can a UK newspaper report on something big like the FBI busting a global satanic Nazi pedo ring, and it never, ever hits mainstream media? It doesn't even hit the little guys, but the mainstream definitely doesn't deal with it, you know? And you wonder why we live in the world we do.
Well, I agree with them on that. We do live in a pretty crazy world. And it's not because of me. Okay, Pootie Twang. Oops. All right, it went right over into some other. It's weird how what connects to a certain video, right? All right, so I'm gonna look what you guys have here. Really? Does he talk about Cappy? I should interview Tripoli about. You know what? I'll look into that. That would be a good show. That's a good suggestion, actually. Splaistown, thanks. All right, let's go back. You guys talked a lot. Okay. This is Chrissy Mayer must know a bit about this stuff as well. The video is called, Pootie Twink says the video is, okay. The drop conversation. Okay, here we go. You can find David's info on website called Search People Free. You can call him, but he won't answer. Oh, really? Not David, but others. It is aware of some of it already. Go look up some elementary school. Oh, here, I'm reading ahead of it. Pootie Twing says, go look up some elementary school back photos of David Shurter and overlay them with David Shurter and tell me they're the same person. Pootie Twing says, something fishy going on. So he's not really David Shurter, is what you're saying. Is that, you know, I'm pretty sure that that's what you've been, I mean, since even like you've been, like the last time you were in my chat yesterday. And that, and you know what, if he's not really David Shurter, that let's bust that, you know, like he's a total poser. If he's not who he says he is, who is he really then, right? Get a David Shurter, got a David Shurter child of some father dead at 8 days old. They get a David Shurter Rom, same father in school, but I don't see but it ain't David Shurter as this David Shurter. The photographic forensics don't lie. Godlight Productions, because David is a disinformation shill. Yeah, I think he is. Totally. Pootie Twang. He paid to money the waters. That's how he affords all his expensive quilting materials, all of his antiques, and house full of expensive junk on $752 a month welfare disability. Yeah, and here's another thing. If he's on disability and he's taking money from another source that he's able to purchase, that's way more than that, but he's still taking government money, that's also criminal. He has to claim that money that he's earned. His own check, Pootie Twing says his own check couldn't keep that house going, let alone pay the taxes and feed him and his mongrel dogs he abuses. You know what? That makes, because I wondered, I go, okay, so if he's so desperate for money, then because you see his background, he doesn't look like he's hurting for much. He's got nice stuff behind him. So, you know, you should interview. Okay, yeah. Ask yourself, this is Pootie Twain again, what makes a dog wet the bed? Specifically, dogs you may sleep with in the nude. I bet it has something to do with the missing peanut butter. Wow. Okay. Pootie Twang says, I think he needs to be reported to Social Security. He needs an audit. I know what David does with his money. Do DEWS give you malignant cancer in 2 weeks, maybe quicker now with the advances? And you've usually dead within 6 months with treatment. They do have heart attack guns, but obviously David's heart is still ticking. David is a worker of antiquity. No one believes him. Is Paul Shields saying that? Dirty fish take rock teeth. Pootie has never been arrested, let alone convicted of any crime. Let's get to know Pootie. All right, so, you know, he's been flashing this, I don't know, sheriff's number on, hold on, I'm going to pull it up here just for a second. He's been flashing this sheriff's number a lot on screen. I'm going to share, do a screen share of that for a second. Right? See that number right there? He's always sharing. I was thinking maybe I'm just going to go ahead and call it to see what,
Thanks for calling PayPal. This call, including
what?
The number you're calling from matches our records.
That's a PayPal number? Hold on. Let me do this again. Make sure I got it right.
Thanks for calling PayPal. This call.
Oh my God, it's a PayPal number, guys. That isn't even the sheriff's department. It's a PayPal number. I know I don't have my camera on it, but if you want to check it, call it. I put, like, you know how like sometimes you put a one in front of something. So I put the one and then I didn't do the one because like it automatically does it on your iPhone. I'm going to call it one more time.
Thanks for calling PayPal. This call.
Oh my God, he's showing a PayPal number as the sheriff. Wow. Okay, so Shelby County Sheriff's Office. Hold on. Okay, wait. I'm gonna look up PayPal. Wait. 844 368. Wait. 368. That's the number. 844 368 6633. Okay. How to detect phishing scams. It doesn't even come up as a PayPal number, though. But why is it saying that? Hold on. You know what? I've been verified. Let me put the number in been verified. Hold on. Just trying it again.
Thanks for calling PayPal. This call, including conversations with you or any other person, may be recorded or monitored for quality or security purposes. Para español, marque asterisco.
I'm going to leave it on.
The number you're calling from matches a record.
Okay, wait. We don't need to hear that. We don't need to hear that. Okay. You don't need to know my phone number. I had to hang up there for a second. All right. Hold on. Search by, okay, so I'm going to share the screen with, well, maybe I shouldn't share the screen because, well, whatever. You guys already know that my name is Teresa, so let's not be uncourageous. Okay, so I can't believe it. Okay, search by phone. All right, so let's put in the phone number. Let me see. Wait, let me stop this right here. All right, so it is the number 844. Oh wait, 368 6633. Okay, so it's 844-368-6633. Search it. It's waiting. Potential owners. Banking PayPal. Wow. So David Shurter is showing a number as his sheriff's office that's actually the banking for PayPal. Oh my God. Hold on. Come back. Where's it at again? No. Okay, let's go back to that video again. Oh my God. Okay, so oh my God, he's the biggest scammer, guys. He doesn't even put the real sheriff's number out there. He is a big liar. He's a big grifter. Where is it? Where is it? All right, let's go. Let's share it again. I don't know. I'm clicking it too fast. Oh my God. Okay, here's the end of the video again. Towards the end.
I'll still be fighting this to the very last breath because it's the right thing to do. But you have to ask yourself, all these people who were supposedly after each other all these years about Isaac Happy are now, as an entire group, both sides are completely connected to me. Not one of them want to talk about Lucian Greaves or the satanic after-school daycares that are showing up all over the country. They don't want to deal with any of that. They'll never mention that. But they'll bring up anything they can to discredit me, just like they've done to so many others before they perished. Because everyone who stands against this perishes. But that's nothing compared to the kids. I mean, in Ohio alone, there's 1,000 kids missing. And who am I going to go to? My sheriff knows. I showed you the email. He knows. My 911 people know. People in town know. And they do nothing. I get attacked all the time. They break into my house all the time. This is the last couple times is not the first couple times. When I lived in Erling, they kicked the crap out of one of my most loving dogs. It took me 2 months to get her calmed down to even be able to come downstairs. That's the crap that happens. And people just sit by and watch, entertained, and maybe a bit amused, you know, because we have reached a point now where evil is good and good is evil. The group that's surrounding Isaac, most of them, including Thomas, are criminals.
Well,
convicted.
I don't know
criminals.
if I have to like continue to watch this to find it, because actually I have it in my inbox. Let's not listen to him anymore. This is the graphic of the phone number from his video to call. And that number, he's saying it's Shelby County Sheriff's Office. That number is actually the banking for PayPal. It's not even, you know what? I want to Google Shelby County Sheriff's Office. Let's find the real number. Okay, Shelby County Sheriff's Office. Okay. I am going on to it right now. Okay, they got a website. I'm still waiting for it to come in. Okay, so stop the share here on this. And let's look at the Shelby County Sheriff's Office. So wait a minute, I guess it, okay, so let's go to the contact. My internet's gonna go slower. So how do we contact the sheriff department? Oh, contact Shelby County Sheriff Office at 901-222-5001. Okay, this is in Memphis. It's not even in Ohio. He said Shelby County Sheriff Office, right? It's in Memphis? Oh, wow. Wait, I'm going to go back. Shelby County Sheriff's Office actually exists in Memphis, Tennessee, not Ohio. And the real number is 901-222-5000. Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, there you go. Major liar, major grifter. It's a PayPal account. The reason why PayPal doesn't show as PayPal is because it's added to his contacts. They were two different calls. Shelby Sheriff Office number didn't show because it shows the name as listed in the link. Well, either way, he's actually showing the wrong phone number and acting like he's doing something. So he made a big mistake. All right, kitty cat. I'm going to ban you. Thanks for subscribing, though. Okay. That was supposed to be an insult. Doesn't take an Mensa person to call a phone number and find out that it's fake. Kitty cat. It's two different phone calls. The top is the sheriff. But there is no top on that graphic. Okay, hold on. I have it on my phone. Oh, hold on. I accidentally called my cousin. So oh, maybe I didn't so it had two numbers. It was from that video, right? Where did I get that number from? Video did I look at? So did he do it in the beginning? Because in this video, it's just all... Why is there a PayPal number up there anyways? Like what did PayPal have to do? Okay, what does PayPal have to do? Maybe it's in another video I watched. What does PayPal have to do with anything of anything to do with the sheriff? Let me see if I can maybe it's this one. Let me look at the other video to see if I can find it. Where's the original screenshot? All right, come on, give me the slider. I'm thinking it's somewhere in here because I grabbed it from something. I took a screenshot of it. Here it is. I found it. Here it is. All right. This is what it looks like in the original graphic of the video. Okay. So you're saying that there's a number above that. But why is the PayPal number? See, it's misleading because his finger, this is like a dual. See, he's pointing a finger to Shelby County Sheriff's Office. And then this is the number that we see, right? There's nothing above here. But this is what we see right here. So no matter what, he's got the wrong, maybe he messed up and he's got the wrong image in there and there's another number on top of that. But that's what you see. It's misleading. It's misleading. So he's pointing to Shelby County Sheriff's Office in his TikTok video as Shelby County Sheriff's Office, and the number is a PayPal banking number. That's misleading. So let's hear what he says about it, right? Let's get right into here.
Down on the fucking streets. And although my sheriff gets all my shit every time I make a video, they don't reach out to me. But fuck, they'll call Captain Underpants over and over and over. And then Captain Underpants will make a fucking video of it, laughing about how my sheriff's department is along with them.
Well, there you go. There you go. Fake receipt. No, I don't think I'm confused, Pootie Twang. You know what? I mean, when you look at that video, it looks like that's the number. You know, even if he had another number on top of that, that was actually really his number, he still misrepresented the actual, to the viewer. It looks like that's the sheriff's number. I don't know what his contacts is. I get it, but you know what? I mean, you know, there might be an excuse why it looks wrong, but the fact of the matter is he's showing it wrong in his video. If I was putting a video together and picking out graphics for you know, behind me on my TikTok, I would make sure that the right number was associated with the sheriff's department if I was being legitimate, and it's not. He could have fixed that. It's a fake receipt. Yeah, it's fake. It's fake. It's totally fake. Or it's a huge fuck up on his part. So, anyway, I'm going to get going. I've been talking for a long time. An hour and 17 minutes. Well, not that long. Not as long as Jesse Davis talks. I'm kidding. I'm just joking. I'm going to go to my playlist. I didn't even play opening music. Oh, man. That blows my mind. Yeah, this guy, I don't see how he's going to save face at this point when he's giving out fake sheriff numbers to his viewers. I guess he didn't think anybody was ever going to call it. All right, you guys, take care. Enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see you next time.
Save my soul. Went up downtown. Went up downtown. Went up downtown. Come on to save my soul. soul. Pop, save my soul. Oh, pop, save my soul. Pop, save my soul. Pop, save my soul. Pop, save my soul. Oh, pop, save my soul. Pop, save my soul. Save my soul. Pop, save my soul. Pop, save my soul. Pop, save my soul. When up downtown, when up downtown, when up downtown. I was walking out one evening, moon was rising high, headed for the riverside, around us fuss and fight.